My balls. I don't want my balls sticking to my leg.
I already dislike you.
Manspreading is when a man spreads his physical body to take up as much space as humanly possible.
She's fucking sussed it. I just want to take up as much space as humanly possible. That's why I don't want to crush my testicles.
The people around you are relegated to a very small portion, but the key to manspreading is not noticing.
I mean, start off an offensive video by calling men ignorant. I mean, passively, but you still did it.
We grow up on two different tracks. People who manspread just are socialized not to worry about it.
I have so many vivid memories as a child of my mum telling me to close my legs.
With gender, we're constantly working towards trying to get to this middle.
This lady's really starting to grind my gears.
This week of manspreading is definitely going to make me feel anxious. As much as a super strong feminist, I want to say it won't.
Going to feel anxious? By sitting on a bus and opening your legs a little bit? I mean, come on, really?
I kind of secretly hope to annoy some men.
Hey, at least it's only some men.
That's my first train trip as a manspreader. I just feel like a monster already. How can you do this every day without being conscious of it?
Manspread or not, who sits on a bus like that? Or a train, or whatever the hell she's on? Who sits like that? Nobody sits like that. Stop trying to make a point that isn't there!
Manspread on the bus for maybe a 5-minute ride for the first time.
She's a bloody monster. Look at all the room she's taken up. Look at all that room. All of it.
And it wasn't even half full, and I was already getting glared at, so I think this is going to be a kind of long week.
Necessary house music.
It's day 2.
Why does she look like she's been through a war? She's opened her legs very slightly on a train. What is wrong with this woman? I assumed her gender!
Of manspreading, and I forgot that I had to do this.
I think whenever a woman takes up space, she's considered bossy, she's considered aggressive. There are a lot of stereotypes surrounding black women and whether or not we're angry or we're dominant. And so maybe a lot of the reasons why I do minimalize my presence is because I don't want to be perceived or engage with those stereotypes.
I have never ever in my life looked at a black woman and went, you know what? She's bossy. She's just really bossy. I've never done that in my life.
I just got my nails done, and I manspread during my entire manicure, and nobody really seemed to notice. I'm not sure if it was because it was all women and we were just all kind of in our own world or what, but it was kind of awesome.
Maybe. Just maybe. It was because you're on the other side of a fucking table. Maybe.
I'm halfway through the week and really not enjoying this experiment at all. I'm still giving my seat up to people who need it because, of course, I am.
I'm sorry, but if a disabled person walks onto a train and there's no seat, you're obviously going to give the seat up for them. Who in their right mind does not do that? That's just basic common sense. Manspreading has nothing to do with not giving up your seat for a disabled person. Like...
What is it between their legs that's so important?
Mainly my penis.
That it requires 2 to 3 seats when there are kids, families, women and elderly people standing up.
2 to 3 seats, eh? I mean, I don't think I could actually fill 2 to 3 seats with my legs unless I laid down. Are you implying that manspreading means I'm horizontal because... I mean, fuck. I've never thought about it that way.
I saw a guy who was taking up 2 seats. When I sat down, I spread my legs out, which kind of pushed his leg into his own seat. And he turned to me and gave me a dirty look and said, "Seriously?"
Maybe because that was rude. More inappropriate music.
Women are expected to be quiet,
Never heard that in my life.
small,
Again.
and almost invisible.
My female friends are a lot louder than my male friends. Shut the fuck up.
Whereas men can be these boisterous slobs.
He's just having a nap. Look, if you did that, lady, like, I'm pretty sure no one would give a shit unless someone needed to sit down. Alright, so stop picking problems where there's no problems to be picked. You cock!
And it's all good.
Today, instead of feeling the confidence that I've kind of been feeling the rest of the week, I started to feel a little guilty. While I was sitting there taking up 2 seats, a guy came up to sit next to me, and instead of moving over like I normally would, I kind of just had to sit there with my legs out, and instead of saying something to me, he just sat on the edge of the seat the entire time.
Oh look, notice how he didn't make a fuss? Notice how he respected the fact that you were taking those 2 seats and just dealt with it. And he sat on the edge of the seat and didn't say anything. So why the fuck you moaning, you stupid little bitch?
So I've come across another person, quote unquote, manspreading, but wait, they identify as female.
Look at my gender. Shut up.
Women can take up space as well?
Do you think they've ever considered the fact that maybe it's them that's making the problem? That maybe it's them, like, identifying that it's a male and female thing, that's the problem? Like, I have never sat there with my legs slightly apart and thought, you know what, I'm being a cunt for the sake of it. This is making me look like a twat, because I want to be. Never happened.
Even though I'm a confident person, I tend to make myself small even when the situation doesn't call for it. I kind of felt uncomfortable manspreading even though there was no one around me.
Oh, look at that edgy fucking Snapchat in the background. So funny. So relatable.
I've not enjoyed this week at all. The very first day where a group of people came.
Okay, no, now you're just being an arsehole. You're just taking up 2 seats when there's obviously someone there who wants to sit down. Like, I've never seen anyone do that in my life. Male or female, or fucking earphones, you know? Whatever they identify as. I've never ever seen anyone do that. Stop being a prick.
They were going to a game and they were all desperate for a seat, and I was taking up 3 seats, and they started talking about personal space. All their eyes were just on me, and they were mostly women.
And secretly you fucking loved the attention.
If it was a group of dudes, I would have been like, yeah.
I thought that manspreading would kind of give me this air of disregard because I thought that I worried too much about what people think, and I've realized that I worried just enough. You should be concerned with whether or not the people around you are comfortable, because that means you're a good community member.
My favorite part of this exercise was easily when I got to sit next to men who were taking up way too much space and just forcefully work my way into the seat and without words say, hey, I deserve to sit here.
To be forced to manspread really showed me how up your own ass you have to be as a person.
Oh, fuck off with your edgy haircut and your fucking baseball cap. Who do you think you are? Shut up.
To not be conscious of those around you.
To the man that's taking up too much space on a bus, on the plane, on the bench, we see you. You don't need that much room.
That bench could house like fucking 25 people. There's 4 people on that bench. Why are you complaining? Why? Why is this a shot? Why has someone filmed this? It's not needed. Your point is invalid.
To the young women out there, I say you should definitely be aware of your surroundings. If there's something that you want, if there's something you want to say, if there's a position that you want to hold, take up that space. You deserve that space.
So what you've just said is, men can't manspread, but if a woman wants a position, she should take that space. She should own it like it's her own. Well, I've got a message for you, lady. Fuck off.
I don't want my balls sticking to my legs.
Girl, you take up space. You fill the room with your crotch.
Oh, a new person I don't like. To round up, I just want to say, if you want to manspread, you fucking manspread. You know? You've got balls. You've got balls and an appendage down there. You know what I'm saying? You want to keep those things sacred. You want to make sure you are not squishing them. But at the same time, if someone wants to sit down, just let them have the seat. There's enough room. You know? I'm pretty sure every man in the world does that anyway. You know? Stop complaining about little things. Why do people always have to find something to complain about? You know? Just be happy. Just chill. Just chill. Find a seat. You know? If someone's taking up too much room, just say, excuse me, please may I sit down? And I'm sure they'll be like, of course you can, my fine sir. And you can have that seat. Don't fucking complain about it and be a little bitch. Stop being a little bitch. It's not needed. Anyway, if you like videos like these and you'd like to see more, drop a like, hit subscribe. I might do a few more because, you know, as much as I'm complaining about these people complaining, I enjoy complaining because it gets out a bit of stress. So, feel free and I'll see you in another video.